Morning everybody. It's a funny thing just happened. I've been watching news again this morning, and I was going to talk about these poor post people, you know, that's had all that badness done on them. Finally got somewhere with it. But I couldn't believe first face that comes on Bill Gates. And I thought, oh, listen to see what he's got to say. We're on about climate change, and you know, I would admire him what he was saying, you know, about emissions and all these kind of things, but do you know what did me head in the end? He had to end his sentence with, and governments need to learn to reward these companies. And I thought, you take it, you assume when he said reward, he means financial reward, and I thought, that could only come from a super billionaire, couldn't it? Reward these companies. When you talk about rewarding companies, governments rewarding companies, it's people's money. It's not government's money, it's people's money. But why do there have to be financial rewards for people to help the planet? You know, why does it have to always be that? Why can't rewards be like I've talked about in other videos about building statues of people? I mean, tell me this, let's just say boss of an oil company, they do something really good, not for financial reward. And CEO, generations and generations down the line, his grandkids look up at a statue and say, that's our granddad. And look what he did for the planet. Not, look how much money we've got in the bank because my granddad did something for the planet. That's the trouble. It's the mindset and hearts that need changing. Not people's bank accounts. I mean, it's easy to say, why? I just can't understand why it has to be huge financial rewards for people to do things. That's the trouble. Why can't it just be gift to the planet, help humanity? I'm sure most people of wealth and fame would sooner have a statue, and I'm sure the kids and the grandkids would love to see a statue of the parents and grandparents and be able to say, that's what my family did. My family helped humanity, not for financial reward. Why can't they just be paid? Not everybody deserves to be paid. I don't say don't pay anybody, just fork all your money out and you know, become bankrupt. What I say is, yeah, but why does Bill Gates have to say governments must realise they have to reward? Why does that reward have to be financial? It's quite something. I mean, I understand Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, I understand you do good things, but tell me this, won't most people in your position, super billionaires, but most people would do them kind of things? Of course they would. It's giving it all, giving lots more. But when you said that, reward, they have to be rewarded, governments have to reward people, you know, I'm assuming you mean financially, I can't see that you mean anything else. Why couldn't you just come on and say, big companies need to give and help and save humanity, not for financial reward? How hard is it to say that? But then again, as I say, you're a super billionaire. Everything, this world, it's greed, money, greed, money. Everybody wants better than the next person, and that's what world's built on. And you can't change. It's hard to change mindset of people. That's why a lot don't get done, because it's hard to change people's minds. I mean, next thing I will watch, something else come on then, and watching about kiddies. How do we come to terms with ourselves? You know, all children in this world starving. All children, you know, having bombs dropped on them, bullets shot at them. You know, these kids don't know about, you know, war. Well, that's wrong to say these kids probably know far too much about war than they should ever know. But how do we come to terms with yourself? You know, starvation of children, and we go about our lives, you know, we take it for granted, you turn a tap and water's there. You know, you go to the supermarket, buy what you want. But these kiddies are children, you know, you've seen it yourself on TV, with the heads smashed open and bullets and shot and gassed. What on earth is, as I said on the other video, humanity is at war with itself, and while it's at war with itself, it's at war with planet. There's no other way about it. It's inextricably linked, you know, it just is. I mean, there's all protests about racism and all that now. You know, I don't even say racism. Do you know what I say? Hatred, people of hatred. That's what I say. People of hatred. It covers racism. It covers it because there's so much. Do you know a lot of people, what I believe? I believe they don't even know they're being racist. I believe that. And don't get me wrong, I'm not by any means, saying that's excusable. What I'm saying is, it's just inbred in them to be hateful. And they just come out with racist things and do racist things, and they don't even know they're doing it because they're that much full of hate, some people. It's just how they are. They're just proper people of hatred. And that, when I say people of hatred, it covers all. I mean, racism, it covers a lot of ground, doesn't it? You know, to a lot of people. But it's true. I mean, so I just say that about racist people. I just say, a person of hatred. Because it's hate crime, really, isn't it, when you think about it? I mean, war's racist, isn't it? There's so much, you know, world's tumbled on itself, and it's how do you get it back to any kind of normality? Sick of hearing about government. Joe Biden's trying to talk to other governments. You shouldn't be trying to talk to other governments about climate change. It should be everybody saying, we are talking and we all want the same goal. They don't all want the same goal. We'll do this in 2030, 20, 40, 50. What a load of crap. All the time people just have to grin and bear it. The wars, the disruption, protests going on all over, rightly so, bulk of them rightly so. But it's just a never-ending cycle of, you know, poverty, disruption, chaos. Chaos, that's basically what it is, this world. Chaotic. We should all sit back and spare a thought, you know, for kiddies that go through what they go through. We really should all, you know, it's, and saying that, I mean, that's just, what is it to just sit back and have a thought about kids? This, you know, grown human beings raining bullets and bombs on top of buildings that have children in them. What on earth is this world about, really? I mean, as I say, we're going to talk about those post office people, and do you know what gets me about that? I mean, I'm fully sympathetic to that because of my own plight with that corrupt Wakefield Council, but they go through all that, you know, and I heard that 3 of them have passed away, poor people, and, you know, they will never see what's happened in end, you know, never get their justice. But then they come on and they say, well, some of these post office people have moved on. Moved on? What does that mean, Does that mean that police can't knock on the door and drag them out? These people, rightly so, want a huge amount of compensation, but I'm sure every one of them, they would all say the same. Yeah, we do. But we want somebody standing in front of us who we can see, apologise to us, and face the same as what we've had to face. That's what it's about. But how dare they say, they've moved jobs, they've retired. All right, let them go. It don't matter. It don't matter that people have had to go. What have they gone through, them people? Can you imagine? One woman, she would have, well, I assume a lot more family people going to jail for something you haven't done. Basically run out of your village because you've been called a thief and a liar and a fraudster. Luckily for them, and I don't say it in a demeaning way, look, I think because there were quite a few, and I'm gladly so. I mean, if they'd have been on one of them on their own, it'd have been, I know what it's like. It's sheer hardship to forge on with things. It really is. I mean, I forged on with Wakefield Council, and I've gone through hell. You can't believe the hell I've gone through. You know, sometimes I laugh and I smile on videos, but all in all, this time you feel suicidal. You really do. I feel like going down that John Trickett, my MP, down to his surgery at Emsall sometimes. I feel like only way I'm going to get anywhere is to jump under well, I'm not going to say effing today. It's to jump under a train and maybe get a public inquiry. That's what I think. I think, should I do that? Would it make them realise that they've ruined my life? You know, people will see who's watched my videos. I've told you all about how the fraudulent use of money, you know, taking money, taking cash, doing favours for each other, engineers in Wakefield Council, and what I have to go through, the obstacles I have to cross, you know, to try and get anywhere. I mean, do you know what gets me most? Every MP, we're all supposed to fly under the same banner, really, aren't we? All don't matter who your alliance is, it's Labour, Conservative, Liberal, we're supposed to all fly under the same banner that says Wakefield. And same as these, all these here are councillors. Some may have left, most of them will still be there. And do you know what gets me? They come right out here. They come for your vote and say, we're doing this. I wrote, every one of these is aware of all wrongdoing at Wakefield. They're all aware of it. And if they said they are, I can show you emails I've sent to them. Do you know, I never got one reply off one of them. They're not bothered. They do not care. And it's like, I'm one individual fighting this. I mean, if I knocked on people's doors all over Wakefield District and said, you know, you've been robbed as a taxpayer, they'd probably go, well, yeah, but I don't feel it in my pocket, and that's what it is. It's not until the masses gather. I mean, can you imagine if everybody from Wakefield said, yeah, that's wrong. Let's all march on the town hall and tell them it's wrong. Then something would happen, but it don't. And councils know that. Councils know that. You go from MP to ombudsman. I mean, I've been literally wiped out financially, you know, and takes a toll on your health, and that's why I understand about these post office people. But I'm on my own, you know. I'm fighting a battle. People who work for me lost their jobs. Wouldn't you imagine? Wouldn't you say, if you watch these videos, what I've done, all accusations, and they're not accusations, the truths, what I've said about Wakefield Council, at a minimum, they'd have flown solicitors' letters at me saying, you're going to be in trouble if you say this, say that. No, not one. Not one letter. Because they daren't, because it's all true. It's all true. They've done so much bad in there, but they know they get away with it. They know I'm fighting an uphill battle. Unless you're a person of, you know, of some famous or you're a really rich person, it's so hard, I can tell you. It's really hard. Ombudsman's just been into it 9 months. Ombudsman, I'm talking about ombudsman, from MP to ombudsman, and they even more or less, and a phone conversation, more or less agree. They say, yeah, it's wrong. But do you know what they said? But you might have needed to go down a different path to get to, and they talk about legal action. And I said, I can't dip me. I ain't got hundreds of thousands of pounds to dip my hand in my pocket for legal action. That's why I come to an ombudsman. So now ombudsman's talking about, if you don't like what we say in our review, you can take it to have an High Court review. I said, you know, as though I've been robbed of hundreds of thousands of pounds. I can't just dip my hand in my pocket and do that. So what's going to happen? Does it all get left, all these people at Wakefield Council who's committed so much bad doing on public at Wakefield, just get off with it in a way? And that's why I say I should go throw my son under the train track at John Trickett MP's office, and maybe maybe somebody will say, how's it come to that? How's it come to that? But this is what happens. But these people, tell me this, all these people know. All these people know about what's gone on. Now, wouldn't you think, if they love Wakefield so much and they want to do for people of Wakefield so much, same as all MPs, they say, no, this is one way we stick together. I didn't come into council to, you know, to a council that's fraudulent and other things. I meet fraud officer at Wakefield, a kid called David Werrett, a bloke. He just left, and you know what council said? Oh, he's left, David, it don't matter really. We don't know his address, don't know his phone number. What a load of crap. They just don't care. Everybody in Wakefield district has been affected somehow. They might not know it, but indirectly they've been affected because these twats have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of your money on things they shouldn't have done. These twats have done favours for each other to the tune of thousands and thousands what could have been spent on other things. These people have took money in envelopes. These people, the flood issues alone what I've talked about, you know, health and safety. There's so much going on, but I'm just a small blip. I'm just an individual fighting an uphill battle, a major uphill battle. And on the other hand, then, if I were a famous star or something, they probably wouldn't have wanted to go this far. They'd have been nice to me. Not all I wanted was somebody to come in front of me and say, "We're sorry for ruining your life. Yeah, of course we're going to compensate you. You've lost thousands upon thousands of pounds, and we will compensate you, but somebody's in trouble for this." But no, it don't work like that. So you sit back and you just think, what are you worth in this world, you know? What are you worth in this world? I mean, there's times when I paid, I think one year, it was something like 60 grand in tax you know, 60,000, you know, things like that. People, like, did all local people work tirelessly, what a lot of people don't know about. Everything what I did was to do with flooding. I looked after Wakefield, all districts. People won't know that, but looked after all districts to do with flooding. Helped so many people that wouldn't even know they'd been helped. You know, all that. And then to fight this battle, it really, really disheartens you. It does make you suicidal at times. You're so fed up. I mean, every day, you know, on and on. And, you know, it takes a toll on your family, as I know it must have done on the post office people. That's why I'm sympathetic to them. But yeah, I mean, as I say, they're coming round in May, councillors, oh, can you vote for me? Do you know what people need to really do? And think about this thing. What do you really do for me? And you know, you need to open your door and say, can I ask you, are you aware of all that went on in Wakefield Council? And can you tell me what you've done about it? And if they say, I don't know, just get in touch with me and I'll show you emails I sent to them, what they do know. One person sent me a comment, and I'd said something about a councillor, and somebody sent me, and I took it. I thought, this is her husband or a family member, and they said to me, you're talking nonsense. Why would she know about this? They're talking about a councillor at Wakefield. So straight away I said, firstly, there's been a year-long investigation in Wakefield Council about all this. I says, and any councillor who's telling me they don't know about that shouldn't be a councillor. I says, secondly, I says, has she told you that I sent her the full complaint and with everything in it? And they haven't. Councillors just like to go, why is he saying it's me? Why is he getting on at me? I get on at you all because you should have a dedicated, well, be dedicated to sorting things out like this. You should all come together. You'd all sit on your asses in that town hall, mumbo jumbo, instead of all sitting there saying, look, we're all under one banner here, Wakefield. There's a lot going on here, a lot of fraud, a lot of taxpayers' money being abused. We should sort it out, but you don't. And that's why you get criticised. None of you should be voted for. People should be made aware of what you like. Same as all MPs, we have 4 or 5 MPs and they should all push aside the alliance to Labour or wherever you are, Conservative, and say, look, we're here to look after people and governance at money at people. And they don't. John Trickett helps me ombudsman and this and that, but my end thing with them, with John Trickett is, well, if ombudsman can't do it, I can't really do it. And that's what you're left with. It's absolutely unreal, I can tell you. You know, it's always people down the ladder like us that you fight and fight, you fight and fight. And I wouldn't mind if I were wrong. I wouldn't mind if I'd lied. You know, if they could come back at me with something, but they can't. They've basically done everything I've told you on videos and more. And they just get away with it. Just get away with it. I mean, how wrong is it? So when you see these people, I mean, I even got on at Mayor Charlie Keith and that. He got a lot of emails off me, but he might have gone now. But when you see these people, you know, you want to ask them, you want to say, what have you done? And don't take that off them that they don't know. As I say, they do know. They do know. They know full well. They've all got, every one of them's had emails off me. Every one of them. But yeah, what kind of world do we live in? As an individual, you know, you just really are nothing. Don't matter what happens. People can literally now in this world do what they want to you. You can. As I say, sometimes I think, shall I go knock on everybody's door and just hand them out, show them all complaints? I wish, you know, but it don't come to that, does it? I'd love to. I mean, people should be marching on that Wakefield Council and saying, we want some proper answers. And that's the other thing. What do they say about it all the time? Non-transparency. We don't have to tell you a thing. We don't have to tell you what's gone on, our investigation. It's always fucking same for them, isn't it? Non-transparency. But when they're into you or public about anything, it's like you have to tell them your bastard life story. Or you're in trouble. I mean, depressed. I've been on depression mode like you wouldn't believe. I don't run to doctors saying, oh, I'm depressed. I don't do that. You just get your family, you know, your family help you through things. But if anybody thinks it's been a laugh and a joke for me, this is far from it. You imagine going from what I've gone through to just, you know, losing hundreds of thousands of pounds, being made penniless, homeless and lots of other things. It's absolutely diabolical. And as I say, ombudsman, honestly, do you know what ombudsman is to me? It's just another arm of government, just another arm of Wakefield Council. Straight away, when I got in touch with ombudsman, when I was put in touch with them through MP, they do what they want. They just put barrier after barrier in front of you. They're not helping you, they're just basically trying to shut you down. You're always being shut down by something. Always. But anyway, so, yeah. Always something to talk about, isn't there? As I say, I've got my own plight in life. As I watch news, about everything, climate change, racism, everything, wars. And then I'm fighting my own battle, and sometimes I don't know which way to turn with it. But hopefully, something will come out of something. I mean, these people have just been left to do what they want. Same people are working in that council. Same engineers who abuse public purse. Same engineers who did their friends' work for hundreds of thousands of pounds. The taxpayers' money. Same people who took money in envelopes. Same people who let you down with flooding issues. Health and safety issues. They're still there. They're still there. I mean, where's right in that? Where is the right in that? And then people like me, I get destroyed. People who work for me, just thrown up scrappy, worked on your behalf. It's so wrong. Yet all you councillors, all you lot, I mean, I apologise if there's new ones and they didn't get it, but very few of them. But I can assure you of this, all these lot got it, every one of them. They all know. So how much do they do for Wakefield? What do they do for Wakefield? Well, we do this, they do nothing. I think Wakefield's under investigation by NCA, National Crime Agency, NCA. I think they're under investigation. Well, they are. I read it, they're under investigation, They're just there to, the top brass in there, they're just there to take their money. I mean, when with councillors, it's shame on you. Shame on all of you that you all know about all badness and no response from none of you. You ought to go look in the mirror at yourselves and ask yourself why you want to become a councillor, why you are a councillor. You just take the same way an MP, you go to an MP. If it's not in my district, I don't want to know. In Wakefield district of everybody. As I say, we all fly under the same banner that says Wakefield. These people at council have robbed us all. They've robbed you. They've robbed MPs. Even police who work in Wakefield. They sent police once. I said something on YouTube about one of I think it was a pilot like that, NICK FOVARGUE or Paul Maddison. Police come, and it's like I said to police, and police understood. I says, you're paid taxes as well. They've robbed you as well, and it's everybody concerned, everybody. But anyway, I'm going to get off now. Consume some more news there. It's sad, isn't it, though? Sometimes I said to myself, I said this morning to somebody, I says, I'm going to stop watching news. I said, why? I says, you see kiddies starving and you can't do nothing about it. You can in your own little way, but, it's so hard, isn't it? I mean, give £3 to sell this child as water for a month and things like that, and you think, how many £3 has a super billionaire got? That's what most people think, don't they? You can't do no. I mean, it's disheartening when you watch news sometimes. But I just consume that much of it. I wish they'd do what I said about on them other humanity videos. Which shapes. That'd be a brilliant thing. That 25,000 kids every month going out. They're people who are going to save planet. They're people who probably won't want out big rewards, just a normal wage. I hope you watch this, Bill Gates. Governments need to reward people, financially reward people. Why? Start and come on and say, people need to do it for kindness. Out of it, what you have there in your heart. Fucking reward people. You've been rewarded, but wouldn't you say, as a businessman, it'd be a far greater reward doing lots of things without reward? Would that not be a greater thing? You won't be remembered, Gates, I can tell you this. No matter what you do, if you did what I said with them ships, I'll tell you what, they'll build statues and your generations of your family down line of you know, you'll be worshipped. You'll be heroes. Elon Musk gained 100 million. Again, 100. When you've got 100,000 million, 100 million, what's 100 million? 100 million to what? Do it for children, like I've said, on them ships. Right, I'm going. But don't forget, think about what I've said with all these people. What do they do for you? Why haven't they done anything about fraud and corruption in Wakefield Council? Tell me. Why? You know, I keep watching Yvette Cooper and that on telly and that in these, she's on this committee, on that committee, and I think, why don't you sit on committee, on fraud and corrupt committee for people of Wakefield? Think about that, Yvette. You know, do something for fucking people who you serve. Don't come on saying, well, I do all this, I do all that. Start at grassroots level. Get rid of corrupt twats in Wakefield. Get to want to know. They all, you know anyway, Yvette, don't you? I mean, I'll tell you about flood issues as well. You know about a lot of things. But nobody wants to act. I'm sat comfortable. I've got my seat in Parliament. I've got my surgery. You know. Somebody else has to deal with that. It's somebody else's problem. Same with councillors. It's somebody else's problem. You know. I mean, what's mayor? What is mayor? Mayor for what? What does mayor do about, what? A mayor should be saying, yeah, what? Corruption and fraud of this nature on people I serve? No way. Well, I've had a sausage sandwich this morning. I've even started doing the sausages. I don't fry them now. I try to save, but I'm doing all. I'm even selling. Well, I'm not saying out about what I sell it out anyway. I don't. I had a little van. I thought I'll sell that. I'm not putting no emissions in air then, and nobody can say about me emissions. But anyway, right. I'm going, people, good people. And if any of you from that them postmasters who just got that welcome news, good on you. You shouldn't have to keep fighting now. You shouldn't have to keep fighting. But police should do it for you, and courts, they should drag them twats who put you through this, drag them in front of court, make them apologise and put them in jail. And I hope that's what happens for you. You deserve everything, every bit of compensation you might get. And really good luck to you. You know, I sympathise with you. I hope I will get... My battle goes on, and my battle always goes on. You know, I feel sorry for my family, they have to put up with me sometimes. I try hard not to put it on them, but it's hard not to. I mean, anyway, good luck, everybody.